Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Lyft driver left with big bill, unable to work after unknowingly becoming getaway for wanted fugitive. So recently I got an email from one of my subscribers, BC. Thank you so much for emailing me about this and making this video possible. I normally do not touch the rideshare stories at all because I'm not really a rideshare person. I'm more delivery, but there's something about this that I feel like I can't realistically ignore it, you know? Subject line that BC said is exactly how I would describe it. Every driver's nightmare. Like, this is exactly why we don't do Uber Connect or some sort of package delivery picking up from somebody's house. That's why ghost kitchens are so scrutinized. And now, on the rideshare side, a Lyft driver was picking up a customer that was not a honest individual, to say at the very least. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this email and article. How it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub, Lyft, or every kind of gig work, really. And everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Lyft driver car damaged by police after driver picked up fugitive running from police. I was astonished by Lyft's tepid response. We have also permanently banned the rider's account. Yo, imagine getting deactivated because Lyft didn't want to do a background check on their customers. This is why I'm so like, let's build customer profiles specifically and make sure every driver has access to it. Because this is the crap that people deal with. Like, if you're gonna let somebody in your car, you're going to a stranger's house, you should know what they are like.
Oh my god, are you saying they don't have a right to privacy?
We have a right to our personal protection. We should be able to choose who we work with. I feel like that is not stood on enough. Anyway, let's get into the article itself. For Abraham Addo, driving isn't just his job, but his livelihood. The father of four started driving for Lyft to set aside money for his children's future. Oh boy, this is gonna break my frail little heart, isn't it? After nearly 6 years on the job, a routine ride turned traumatic last week. It all started when Addo received a ride request from Fridley to St. Paul. He picked up 2 passengers who he says weren't odd in any way. I feel like you can never really tell who actually is the criminal. Like, that's kind of the point. Like, if you profile people too hard, then you're discriminating. But if you don't profile them enough, you're not having enough discernment to work with the right people. It sucks, but you have to judge people by their actions, and if their actions aren't displaying anything, what are you gonna do? The only thing was, when they got into the car, he was sitting low, Addo said. So, like, I'm assuming that means he's sitting like this? Even still, I don't know if I would have picked up on that right away. Like, I feel like that's something I would think back on in retrospect, not be like, oh, that guy's acting like he's trying to dodge somebody through the window. More like he's tired from a long day at work, or he's tired from partying so much, or avoiding a girl. Not so much avoiding the cops. As he continued the route, Addo noticed flashing lights in his rearview mirror. At first, he said he thought squads were about to go past him, so he stopped. Before he could react, his car was surrounded by several police officers with guns drawn, yelling for everyone to get out. Holy shit. Imagine just doing your job and then suddenly getting surrounded to get out of your own vehicle because you are doing your job. As I walked away from my car about 5 feet, all of them with guns pointing at the car started shooting, Addo said. A criminal complaint states that officers were conducting a high-risk traffic stop. What Addo didn't know was that he was transporting a wanted fugitive who had fled police by driving down a 6-foot embankment before getting in his car. Okay, but there's no realistic way for you to know that. right? We don't exactly have FBI's most wanted on our dashboard. We have literally no clue if this was happening. What exactly would you want him to do? He's doing exactly what he's told, his job. If anything, Lyft should be the one taking the hit for this because they chose to accept funding, accept payment from a criminal and fulfill a transaction for said criminal. That's not the driver's fault. The complaint states officers fired multiple rounds of chemical irritant into the car when both passengers refused to comply with police commands to get out of the vehicle. Police ended up destroying my car, Addo said. Oh my god, I can't even imagine the kind of repair bill that's gonna come from this. I really hope that insurance is gonna cover this. Like, I know there's a lot of drivers that don't have the proper insurance, so they're kind of just not reporting that they're doing Uber or Lyft, but they're doing this crap. This is why you need it, guys. You don't know what's gonna happen, and if you really think that these companies are gonna have your back when it matters, no, they're not. He's now paying the price in more ways than one, and says that day destroyed his sense of safety. It keeps replaying in my mind. When I try to sleep, I see it, Addo said. It was so terrifying. Since that traumatic day, he hasn't been able to go to work and is receiving therapy, but he's stuck with a $2,500 deductible on a $17,000 repair bill for his car. You'll have a $2,500 deductible on a car that literally was assaulted by police. If anything, this should be on the police officer's tab. Or like, not on the driver. What the hell? It's not like it was his fault. He's hopeful that Lyft will take swift action and pay for the repairs. So far, he says they've given him $700 to get around. $700 to get around. Are they hoping they're just gonna get their money back? Like, what do you mean to get around? Is this just credits to them? Like, they're paying them $700 just to get $700 back going to and from wherever you're repairing bills? I'm not happy with Lyft, Addo said. I didn't have an accident. I nearly got killed just from the ride you sent me. Now you're asking me to pay money out of my pocket is unacceptable. Okay, this might actually come across the wrong way, but it is something that every driver should have, is their own insurance to cover this crap. Like, I get why someone would be upset by this scenario, but at the same time, they're just sending you an order. Sure, you shouldn't have received it, and sure, it should have been on their tab when they are the ones who put you in danger. But at the same time, this should really go to the insurance company that you should have been paying for, whatever commercial insurance that looked like. They should have handled the deductible, but it should also be on your insurance. That's what it's there for. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at it the right way. I believe you're in business for yourself, so you should be able to receive more income, but accept the risk that comes with that. So let me know in the comments if I'm not right here. If this really should be on the tab of Lyft, who should be the one paying the tab, and why? Don't just say they're a mega corporation or something like that, because that's not a valid argument. In a statement, a Lyft spokesperson said, "Safety is fundamental to Lyft, and the incident described is deeply troubling. We are in contact with the driver to provide support. We have also permanently banned the rider's account from the Lyft platform and stand ready to assist law enforcement with any investigation." Lyft also said it continues to work directly with the driver. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office said on Friday that Addo needs to file a claim with them and that he will get paid. The Sheriff's Office said he was given directions on how to file that claim. Okay, well, first off, I feel like that was as clear as day. I feel like the email that was BC sent me said it was a Tepid tepid response. That's just the same copy and paste response they would give to any of these incidents. It doesn't matter that much to them. I wouldn't call that tepid. I would call that callous. It's not like he's not going to get paid. He has to work with the sheriff, and the sheriff is going to hold them accountable to that. And if they find a way not to pay it, they've earned a lawsuit. But at the same time, it's not like he's not getting his pay. It sucks that he's basically out of work for a few days, though. That's the only thing I would say is like, this is a bit much, though. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. This crap right here and various other things where the person is in your car with you, that's a risk I'm not willing to take. Not with Uber Connect with products I don't know or understand. Not with people who knows really who you're working with. I would rather know what I'm delivering so I can deliver it. And that's it. That is exactly why I wouldn't do rideshare. I wouldn't be a taxi driver. I'm just trying to do my job and go the hell home. Even if I have to drive more miles to get more pay, that's fine with me. Just pay me my money. Regardless, though, this is exactly why I would also say you need to have a diversified gig portfolio and be able to earn in a way where you're not driving all the time. This is exactly why I say the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal. The money is good, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of money to be made in the gig economy, but your activity is so tied to how much you make. If you're not driving, you're not making money, and that's the major problem. And that is one of the many things that I preach in the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I've partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. More live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch company as well as other scalable opportunities. Speaking of scalable opportunities, Driven Wyld has also kicked off its Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and we are changing the game and transforming how restaurants serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities with you. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you'd like to see something with more growth potential and scalability, there's something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.